Hey everybody, Sexy Thor here. I know you already got your weekly thunder this morning, but the, some rather big news has happened since then, and it's news I was definitely not looking forward to reporting, but it's only right that it gets its own little audio segment. Stan Lee has passed away at the age of 95 today. And if you're listening to this, you probably know what he's all about and the kind of impact that he had. He was responsible for the creation of Marvel Comics and the creation of such stories as the Avengers and X-Men and Fantastic Four, and even helped Jack Kirby develop Captain America into what we see today. And, just a little anecdote about how it all came about. He was working as a writer for Atlas Comics at the time, and he was writing generic stories for Western and monster and romance genre and all that stuff. And his boss, Mr. Goodman, wanted him to revisit superheroes since DC was seeing its first success with Justice League of America. And so he was incredibly dissatisfied with his career at age 30-ish, somewhere in his 30s, and his wife encouraged him to write the book he always wanted to write, and if he got fired, well, that's what he wanted anyway. And so Stan created the Fantastic Four, and the rest is most definitely history. Not bad for doing something to try to get yourself fired in your 30s, huh? I wouldn't recommend you trying it, but I digress. Yeah, so Fantastic Four was created, Captain America was being developed, created the X-Men in 1963, created Avengers about a year or so later, but anyway, enough of the history part of it. If you want to hear more of that, my homie JT Wheatley's got all the details for you. He's actually currently underway in a multi-part history of Marvel Comics series, so you can check out his podcast for that. And he also has stuff on Jack Kirby and also on Steve Ditko, who worked with Stan Lee to create Doctor Strange and Spider-Man, and who later created the unbeatable Squirrel Girl. So yeah, most definitely check out his podcast. I cannot recommend it enough for you. But also some other things. He worked early on to get TV and movie deals for Marvel, and with him being executive producer on pretty much all the Marvel movies, both Marvel Studios and Sony and Fox, he's pretty much one of the highest grossing producers ever, if not the highest grossing, absolutely number one. So yeah, those are a few factoids to sort of help you put together the full picture on the kind of impact that he had. And also, he was very much about the social issues and very much an advocate in, bringing awareness to racism. And later he did a thing with Spider-Man to raise awareness on teen drug abuse. And this man has done so many incredible things. This would be a whole hour-long podcast of me just telling you what was up. And when it all comes down to it, there would be no Sexy Thor. There would be no Thunder Talk. There would be a lot of awesome things in this world without Stan Lee. So he lived very much a full life, and now he gets to join his wife, and they can do cameos together, more so than just X-Men Apocalypse up there. So just wanted to bring that to you, and to close it out, instead of saying drink, fight, and make your ancestors proud like I usually do, I will say, Excelsior, true believers, make mine marvel.